All right, good morning. Today is the 16th of May, and we are doing a first community call fireside chat today. Today we have something special. We'll be talking about something we don't usually talk about. This is so I've got a couple of slides here that we'll go through on the call. Today I'm going to be sharing about a gentle introduction into generative AI. There's been a lot of buzz on this. I believe you're already using AI tools, but I want to dive deeper and give you a easy introduction to the different aspects of AI. So this session is for the non-technical people, so you don't have to be an expert in software development, in AI. You don't have to be uh, well versed in any of the technical details. So I'm hoping to keep this as simple as possible so that anyone can understand. All right, let's get started. So, welcome to the world of generative AI in 2025. So, things have been very different in the last few years. We've seen a lot of AI pop up, especially in ChatGPT. But where does that stand in the domain of AI? So, I'm gonna give you a brief introduction about what AI is. Non-technical, don't worry, and we'll just talk through this uh, slide by Gartner, because Gartner does the best slides, right? So, in the AI world, whenever you talk about generative AI, basically you are giving the AI something and getting something back in return. What the AI does with the information that you give it usually is a black box. Usually you don't have to know, but you only care about what you're giving the AI and what you're getting back. So some examples are image generation. So you've seen a lot of memes being generated by AI, a lot of deep fakes being generated by AI for entertainment. This is something that someone has provided the AI with some information, and they've gotten that image or that video back. So you can see some pictures on the right, some nice pictures, also AI generated images. So basically, what someone had done was to give this AI something, uh, uh, several reference images, or a line saying, a request saying, "Oh, give me a beautiful girl looking to the left that looks like she's in space." So, and that person who gave that AI something got something out of it. All right, so that's generative AI in a nutshell. Behind the scenes, what the AI is doing is that it's taking your request and trying to understand what the request is. And this understanding and generating new things from it is called they use different models, so they call it models that try to understand and generate the new content. All right. So sometimes we talk about AI models. That's what it is. You can think of it as the brain of the AI that is already trained with some information, so it knows some information, and it's able to understand your request and produce a result. All right. So a model could be an image model on the right here. So this particular model, or the brain of the AI, is trained on different images, and that's why it can generate space images and images of beautiful girls with nice colors in the hair, and the image below, the brain or the model, has been trained on Van Gogh style art, and is able to generate other types of Van Gogh style art from your request. Right? So AI models, or the brain, is that black box that the generative AI, we don't usually see behind the scenes of what the generative AI understands of what it's doing. Okay, so so the black box is called the AI model, and a specific type of AI model is called the large language models, LLMs. Okay, so this is a specific type of model that is trained on large amounts of text. So text from the internet, text from Reddit, text from uh, text from whatever they can scrape from websites. So they understand what the human language is, and they can generate more human language from it, given your request. Right. So again, generative AI being very broad. Behind the scenes, they have AI models on the brain, and some brains or some AI models are trained with text. And a specific type or example of a large language model or a generative AI brain is called ChatGPT, something that we've all saw the rise of in the last few years. All right, so this is by a specific company, organization called OpenAI, and they offer this service called ChatGPT to everyone to use at a fee, of course. All right, so you've seen some examples of ChatGPT. Maybe you use it already to generate AI. Maybe you use it in your daily work. So it's a specific example of a AI model that is trained specifically on text to generate more text. All right, so you can extend this way of thinking about AI into other types of models, like a generative AI that has a model who understands images and can generate more images, a generative AI who understands whose model understands videos and can generate more videos, and even generative AI whose models understand software code and can generate more code. So we'll talk about a little bit of those later. All right, so this is how Gartner thinks about it, and I think it's very nice. It's a very nice way of trying to understand what AI is and what comes out of AI. All right. So here are some everyday examples. All right, thank you those who are joining us in Discord. So these are some everyday examples of generative AI. So there's text generation, where you all know and love ChatGPT already. Some of you may be using Claude for for creating content, for managing your work, or for helping you do work. So drafting emails, getting answers to questions that you have, drafting blog posts, and maybe even writing your book. So those are examples of AI that generate text. Right, so there are also AIs that generate image, video, and music. So all this is content. I'll bucket this into content. For example, we have our DALL-E image generation. So these generate images or artwork from some text that you give it. So it understands text and it can generate artwork. So credits to some of our folks in the chat. DM Arash, thank you for sending us all that interesting AI generated images about Verse and the future. So yeah, that's an example of generative AI that takes text and produces image. All right, and one example that I'm quite interested in, like AI that receives text and generates music. So you could be a music creator even though you don't know any music. All right, so check these folks out. EasyMusic.ai. Not related at all. I'm not not sponsored by them. We are not sponsored by them, but just a shout out to an interesting project in the space. All right, so and the last bit is also particularly interesting, and it's AI that understands code and can generate even more code. All right, so things like Cursor, Windsurf, and V0 are code generators that if you give it a request, it can generate maybe a whole app for you. Okay, so we've talked about this in the first slide, where we went through how generative AI works. So basically, you train a model or the brain with large amounts of data. The data could be text, videos, image, or audio, and you provide it. So after the training is done, you provide it with an input, and you can get output from it. Right. So every model is different. So like everyone's brain is different. We understand different things and we can do different things. So you can take the same approach with AI models. So not usually we have different AI models that serve different purposes, and are trained to understand and produce specific things. So, for example, take this AI brain or this AI model as an example in the bottom section of the slide. So, what if we trained this AI model to understand cats and understand hats, and we could ask or configure it to produce cats with hats. So the cats with hats is like the request that you give it, and the image that comes out of it is a cat with hat. So this is a particular type of AI model that could be trained with enough data of cats and hats and understanding human language, so that when you give it a prompt, cat, give me a cat with a hat, it can give you the image that you require. All right, and we've come a long way in terms of AI. So in 2025, everything in that box, the training and getting out the data and configuring the AI model to receive your input and produce the output, that's already mostly done for you, right? So you've got huge companies collecting the data. We've got experts training different types of models, and today how we interact with AI is mostly providing the input and getting the output, right? So it's we've come a long way since the start of the AI trend, and I think it's a very exciting time to get into AI because all the hard part has been done for you already. All you need to do is to select the AI model that you want, and give it a request. And most of the requests now are just text. You give it a request in text, like give me a cat with a hat, and then you get the output. Okay, so taking it down to something more specific. So what are the real world applications that AI has become very prevalent? So very prevalent in marketing. So a lot of AI now is creating copy or creating the words that you see in advertisements, in content, in your emails. So I believe most of the things that you read on the internet right now are AI assisted or AI generated already. All right, so gone are the days where you have specialized copywriters that can craft engaging copy or personalized copy for an audience. So we have Mr. Ogilvy here, who created very exciting copy back in the day. Today, everyone can use ChatGPT to create a nice marketing blog post or advertising catchphrase very easily, and you don't have to be an expert copywriter to do so. All right, so are the days of copywriters going away? Well, I believe so. Everyone can be a copywriter now with AI. All right, so in the space of education, we've seen a lot of AI try to solve questions. Like you give it a homework question and it can produce the result for you. Not only the result, but also explaining the result for you. So a lot of teaching assisted teaching tools are out in the market. Your ChatGPT itself can answer questions related to a variety of topics, so like geography, history, literature, art, or even software development. So in the future, would teachers be replaced by AI? I believe so. I'm already learning through ChatGPT, like asking everyday questions and getting responses back that make sense, and I believe them, and then I don't need to go to a expert to ask the question any longer. So I'm mostly relying on AI. So this is this is a domain that AI is very prevalent. So students are getting smarter using AI, drafting their homework questions, and maybe teachers don't know any better. So how will teachers adapt to this future? Right, so if you are a teacher, let us know too. All right, healthcare. So there was a time where we needed very specialized skills to analyze uh, maybe X-rays or CT scans or MRIs, but today that can be done with AI. So just pass the image to an AI model and say, okay, where is the damage, or do you detect anything suspicious about this image, and then the AI tells you something back. Right. So this is AI assisted healthcare, and perhaps we don't need expert technicians in the future. So AI models will may replace these expert technicians. In visuals or contents, so content generation, we've seen the rise of memes, videos, and even startups overnight. All of these are generated, uh, can be generated by AI. Of course, you can put in the hours to produce your own video, to shoot your own video, but it's so much easier if it's AI assisted generation, right? And one example are the images that our Verse community members submitted. So thank you again, DM. Thank you again, Arash. So keep those images and memes coming. So content today is already being generated by AI. I'm sure you've seen tons of videos on TikTok about famous folks doing different poses in different poses already. We'll talk about that in a bit. But that's all AI generated. And lastly, software development. So there are AI models that understand code and can generate more code from it. So perhaps in the future we don't need software developers anymore, because AI can generate all the code and deploy the apps for us already. Perhaps in the future, AI can perform the security audit or do optimizations for us on the applications or the databases or what have you. But in the future, the barrier to entry for software development may be a lot lower because everybody understands how to use AI, and they are much better than uh, uh, much better than trying to learn all of that software development knowledge and then trying to apply it manually. So why is all this change happening in the world? I believe it boils down to three things. So AI is very prompt. It can give you your response immediately. It works 24/7 without sleep. So it's very prompt. It's very quick. It's also very personalized. So everybody's questions are different from another. The way you approach a question is different from how I approach a question. But AI handles that very well, and it can personalize the responses to your question and my question, and satisfy our requests individually. So it already knows the information. It's just tweaking the response to respond to you and respond to me differently. So it's very personalized. And the last part, it can be very precise in that if it's a well-trained AI model, it knows what to do. So for example, our cats with hats, if it's only trained on cats, if it's only trained on hats, it knows how to generate cats with hats. All right, so it can be very precise and accurate and give you the things that you're looking for. All right, so this is my interpretation of the world. I think AI is going to make big changes in the next few years, because it can be prompt, personalized, and precise. All right, but there are challenges with AI. All right, so some challenges are that if you don't select the right brain, to interact with, the right AI model to interact with, you can produce incorrect information. Coming back to our example again, our cats with hats. So if our AI model is trained only with cats with hats, it doesn't know how to do dogs with hats. Right? So if you ask the AI model that's trained with cats and hats, if you ask it for give me a dog with a banana, it will not give you the right thing. All right, so you do have to be today. You do have to be careful about selecting the right AI model to give you the right thing, right? But this is being worked on in this is being worked on currently. Like, how do we give an everyday user an easy experience that the everyday user doesn't need to understand what the AI model is trained on or what it can produce. All the everyday user needs to do is give the prompt, and the AI will handle everything else. So it's a little bit of automation there. The AI is trying to determine what the best model can produce for you and answer your question correctly. So it's a little bit of automation on selecting the right model and giving the desired answer. All right, so that's on the accuracy part. But it can also give you misleading information. So if the model is not trained well, especially in the field of medical analysis and abnormality detection, if it's not trained on the things that you expect, it may give you different things. Right? It may give you the wrong things or something that's misleading. Can you imagine that if an AI misdiagnoses a patient, it's gonna be absolutely terrible, right? So the AI model must be trained on the things that you expect, and also we must be aware that if we give the AI model something that it doesn't expect, it will try to understand it but may produce the wrong thing. Right? So again, cats with hats, if we give it dogs that it doesn't know, it won't give you dogs with hats or dogs with bananas. Right? So this is something to be aware of when you're using AI tools. Sometimes it may not be accurate or it may be incorrect. And today we still need a human in the loop, but a lot of work is going into this space to say, can I generalize the experience such that all the human needs to do is give the input and get the right output. So a lot of work is being done here. All right. The second point is about bias. So bias is how we train the AI. Right? So we talk about cats with hats again. If I train it with cats with hats, the AI, the brain, it's biased towards cats and hats only. Right? So and this training portion is very important because it determines what the AI can do, and sometimes it is also the human. There is a human element to this. Like, how do we select the type of cats to train the AI on? Is it going to be a black cat? Is it going to be a white cat? What color of a cat? What species of cat? Am I giving the AI enough information that is proportional to the species of cats in the world? So, for example, if a Siamese cat is not common, like, should I give it more? Should I give the AI more data on Siamese cats to train on, or should I give it less? So it's like a fine art of training AI, but it's also a lot of human perception going in, and human biasness going in when you train the AI. So, of course, ideally, all the species of cats and all the colors of the cats are well represented when they train the AI. But it may not be the case. So you have to be very aware of how the AI is being trained if you want to detect the biasness, or if you want to use the AI to represent the underserved species of cats, or underserved species of underserved colors of cats, right? So we're talking about cats and hats, but you can imagine that it's applicable to other things in the world. All right, I'll just leave you as that. All right, and the last part about ethics, right? So we've seen a lot of content being produced that is absolutely fake. So some of these content are uh, put here for educational and entertainment purposes only. Right, we've seen uh, videos of Musk and Trump dancing. We've seen memes of Trump in different, perhaps compromising poses. But although it's for entertainment, but we can laugh about it, but we do have to step back and think, okay, what is the creator trying to tell us about this situation, right? So why is the creator producing all of this, and what is the message that the creator is trying to say? All right, so is the creator trying to be biased or trying to portray the individuals in a negative light or in compromising positions? So that's something that we have to deal with in the future. Right? How do we make AI safe and friendly to everyone who's using it, and maybe subjects of the AI, like Trump and Musk here. Right. So the more that these AI generated content are produced in the world, the less authentic the real images feel. Right. So I've put some real images here. Do you know the difference between an AI generated image and a real image? I'm not so sure anymore. Right? I can't tell anymore. So and it kind of devalues the authenticity of the real images that are out there. Right? So a lot of work is being done about ethics, about how can AI models be configured in such a way that they are authentic and they don't put individuals in compromising positions, like Trump in armor on a horse. All right. However, in 2025, this is the frontier of AI. A lot of work and money and effort is going into the space, and these things, the challenges may go away. All right. So the challenges may be resolved. For example, AI is getting smarter, better, faster. Right, we are always seeing new AI models or new brains come up that can do things better and respond faster and understand understand your requests more accurately. Right. So on the second part too, very important. It's AI is being incorporated into daily tools and platforms. So today, uh, like every software tool that you pick up, I'm sure they have some aspect of AI in that tool. All right, it could be Facebook, it could be uh, Grammarly, it could be your autocomplete tool and your keyboard. So AI is getting uh, more integrated into daily lives. The everyday user may not even know that AI is being uh, be a part of their flow or part of your experience. So yep, you'll be using more AI in your everyday tools. All right, and I mentioned in point one and touching a little bit on automation here too. So it's entirely possible that and in the future an AI trains an AI and an AI uses an AI. So this is something that humans have been doing, but we're trying to. There's a lot of work in this space trying to automate this human in the loop. So what if the AI could train an AI to do something, and the AI could use that AI to do that thing, and you can chain a series of AIs that do different things to achieve your outcome. Right? So you could effectively replace a whole factory of uh, replace the whole process in the factory that humans need to monitor with AI. All right, and you can imagine AI would work 24/7. You don't need to pay them. There's no labor cost, uh, or you don't have to deal with labor laws. So this could be a future that uh, yeah, this could be one potential future. And of course, in terms of authenticity and ethics, so there is a lot of work to configure AI to make it safe, but there's also a lot of work to release that AI and make it censorship free. So I'll call it censorship free. There are some terms being used in this very new space called obliteration, which means taking an AI that is configured to be safe and then make it censorship and breaking the censorship configuration in it, so that uh, uh, it can do things that it's not supposed to do. All right, and it, and so these are two competing efforts in the space. One to make the AI safe, and one to make the AI censorship free. So I use the term censorship free, but no, there are many terms around this space. It's really new. So some terms like obliteration, some terms like uncensored AI models. So doesn't mean that it's perverse, but it means that the AI model is configured to do anything that you requested, including putting people in compromising positions, like Trump in armor on a horse. All right. So what is this future of memes and entertainment or factual reporting? So this is something that we have to deal with. All right. And the last bit on privacy. So today it is not clear what your prompts and what your responses are, where these are stored, and how companies use them. So if you use ChatGPT, it could be the case where they are storing your prompts and your responses and the data that you provide to ChatGPT in their servers, and they're using that data to train their AI. So it could be very well be the case, which means that whatever interactions that you do with these public models are not private. So you really very careful about interacting with AI models. It could be that they're just farming your content and your data, right? Not saying that ChatGPT is doing so, but you have to check the service terms and the privacy terms on their platform. All right, so there's a lot of data on. There's a lot of effort trying to collect user data and train AI models, but there's a lot of effort going into establish privacy in the space of AI. Like, how do we protect users and maintain their privacy? Not only what requests you're giving the AI, but also what kind of responses you're getting back, and of course the standard PDPR, GDPR, personal information. All right. So it will be even more important for the conversation around privacy in the domain of AI. Like, how do we prevent our data from being used, either personal data or prompt and response data? Okay, so I hope I painted a balanced picture of the future. I am very positive about the use of AI post 2025, but also keeping an eye out on the last two topics on censorship and privacy. Right, and this is a plug on our new feature called ai.bitcoin.com. Right, so we've just launched this. It's fresh out of the oven. So go ahead and visit ai.bitcoin.com. This is a site similar to ChatGPT but more powerful. Right. So what you can do there, you can find all the advanced AI models and interact with them as soon as it's available. So it has the most advanced AI models on ai.bitcoin.com. All right, there are different types of AI models. For example, you can chat with different types of AI models. You can ask that different AI models to produce images, and ask different AI models to produce videos. So not only producing chat, producing text, but also producing images and videos on ai.bitcoin.com. All right, so you will get the latest models as soon as it's available, including, very important, including censorship-free AI models. This is a technique to unlock the restrictions of the AI model, of the brain, and having those AI models being able to do things that it's configured not to do. So this is called a technique of obliteration or censorship-free. Sometimes you might see the term uncensored AI models, not to mean that it's perverse, but meaning it's censorship-free. All right, so there are censorship-free AI models available on ai.bitcoin.com. So head in there to check it out. Advanced AI models will be available as soon as advanced AI models will be on ai.bitcoin.com as soon as it's publicly available. And more importantly, when you interact with an AI within ai.bitcoin.com, your prompts and your data is private to you. So none of your data is stored in any of the servers. It's only on your machine. ai.bitcoin.com does not collect any data on your prompts or your responses, so you can be confident that your prompt privacy and data privacy is maintained. All right, it's very important, like I said before, whenever you're interacting with any AI service, go and check out the terms of service and privacy policy. So there are it's explicitly stated on ai.bitcoin.com there. Go and check it out. All right, so there are free AI models on ai.bitcoin.com again while promotion lasts. So free AI models that you can chat with, that are censorship free, that can generate images and videos for you. So also there are certain models that are censorship free. So go in there and try it out. Again, prompt and data privacy, we strongly believe in that mantra. So that's our promise when you use ai.bitcoin.com. All right, and last but not least, for a limited time only, you will receive 30,000 Verse tokens. So Verse is is Bitcoin.com's rewards and ecosystem token. So you'll receive 30k Verse tokens when you use your Bitcoin.com rewards wallet to top up at ai.bitcoin.com. All right, so very important. You need to use your rewards wallet to top up 30k of Verse to receive 30k Verse. So effectively, we are sponsoring the first 30k Verse worth of experience for you on ai.bitcoin.com. All right, and last but not least, I'm going to leave you with this phrase: with great power comes great responsibility. Even if your prompts and data are private, even if you are available to even if there are censorship-free AI models that are available to you, I encourage you to consider this phrase. When you have this power, what are you going to do with it? All right, so that's all for the slides I have for today, but I'm going to switch over to ai.bitcoin.com and give you that full experience over there. All right, let me check the stream. Okay, thank you all of you folks who are joining us on Discord. All right, here we are at ai.bitcoin.com, and if you land on ai.bitcoin.com, you would see this. This landing page, and the first thing you need to do is to sign in. Right, so the sign in button is at the bottom the bottom left corner of the screen. So I'm already signed in, but you will see a sign in button here. And when you click that, you'll be taken to a sign-in screen. All you need to do is to enter your email, and a code will be sent to your email, and you'll be able to sign in with an account. All right, I encourage you to use your Bitcoin.com account to sign in if you wish. If you don't wish to, it's perfectly fine. All right, if you want, again, privacy and options. All right, so I'm signed in with my email. And the largest panel here is the chat panel, right? So you can read through some of the value propositions here. You will leave no trace. Your chats are saved on your device, and we strictly inform providers not to train AI models on with your data. So that is the first value proposition of privacy. Okay, and there are all the top AI models are available as soon as they are publicly. All the top AI models are here as soon as they are publicly available. So, yeah, we'll look into that in a bit. Okay, and if you're unsure, there is some automation. If you're unsure about what AI models to use, there's some automation that is already present that can help you select the right model automatically. Okay, and I'm sure you've used ChatGPT before. There is a big text box here that you can ask a question. And before that, I want to introduce you to how you may get chat image and video generated. So just just click on this button here. You can select different models. So there's an image generator and there's a video generator. All right, and we have so in the video generator, so on the right, you have different types of AI models that you can use to generate your images, for example. So this pill on the right here is where you select your AI models. So you can select Shorts generator AI model, Neo 2, Kling, Min-Max, WAN, and if you want to understand what the AI model is doing, just hover over it and you will see a short description of what the AI model can do, and of course the price to use that prompt. Right, so it's for this case of Shorts generator, it's about 30 cents USD per prompt that you send it. Okay, let's go over to the image. So there are many AI models here. So you got the famous ones called C-Dream, High Dream, Midjourney, GPT 4o, and you can see what kind of you can read what kind of capabilities can this AI model do. So for example, flux realism, this creates incredibly photorealistic images. You can generate people, animals, landscapes that are hard to distinguish from reality. Right, so this costs about 0.068 dollars per US dollars per prompt. Right, and some of these are censorship-free, so use them responsibly. Right? And the last one on chat. So everybody knows about chat, but there are different types of chat models here that you can use. For example, you can these are all the math AI models. So if you need help in math, if you need help in coding, if you need help in creative writing, or if you have a really long query that you want, you can select these AI models here. All right. So if you are not sure of what AI model to select, don't worry, just select the auto model, and then this will uh, determine which is the best prompt to use automatically. Sorry, the best AI model to use automatically. All right. You can also select this this option here where you enable search on the web, and what this does is that it will allow the AI model to search the web, of course, at a fee. All right. So it's a web search. This is a deep web search. All right. Okay, I'll leave the rest for you to play with, and finally you can ask a question like, give me an image of something. Right. And of course select your image, and I'll just select the image model recommender. So this is the automatic one that I don't know any better for for the AI model, so I just select the model recommender. Oh, I see that they have a Giblify AI model. So this is a very nice AI model to create profile pictures. You can try this out. All right, so I won't run this prompt, but this is the walkthrough of the main panel. All right, and of course, every AI model, most AI models require some price, some cost to run, and how do you top up your balance then? Right, so go down to the balance section. You will see this this balance widget, and tap on add via crypto. All right, tap on verse if you're topping up with verse, but you could top up with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, or Polygon. All right, and it kind of gives you an estimate of how much $10 would give you. It would give you 158 ChatGPT prompts, or you can generate 3,000 high stream images, 3,000 plus high stream images. Right, so you can go ham on image generation. All right, very important if you are trying to fulfill instant quest in the Bitcoin.com self-custodial wallet. So we do have an instant quest that's going on right now. If you top up 30k worth of verse from your rewards wallet, you will get 30k of verse back to your rewards wallet. Right, so effectively sponsoring your usage of the platform. Right, so it's a one-time only. So top up 30k here, you will get 30k back. Right, so you can select the network. I'm going to select verse on Polygon here. I do have verse on Ethereum, but I'm going to select verse on Polygon. Right, and this is how much you would like to add. So again, you have to determine how much verse you have to send a 30,000 verse. So it's only about $2 worth of verse, right? So not a lot. And of course, you can top up more, or you can top up at least 30,000 to satisfy the instant quest. All right, click on next, and this will give you a QR code. So simply scan the QR code with your Bitcoin.com self-custodial wallet, select your rewards wallet, and transfer 30,000 verse to this QR code if you want to satisfy the instant quest and receive 30,000 verse back. All right, so that's on topping up your account. So once you've topped up, you will see a balance, and you can use your balance to interact with the AI models here. All right, so you can generate chat, text. You can generate text, images, or videos. There are certain censorship-free AI models in there, and you can rest assured that your data, your prompts and data will not be collected and not used for training. All right, you can check out the terms of service and privacy policy on the left here. Okay. There are other aspects to the platform, but I won't go into them. I think you've got all you need to take your first steps with ai.bitcoin.com. So that's that's a short walkthrough of the latest thing that we've launched today. All right. So I hope you have a great time exploring the platform. Again, ai.bitcoin.com. If you have any issues with the platform, do drop us a email at support@bitcoin.com or reach out to us via our in-app chat in our self-custodial wallet. All right. And as usual, join us in the Verse Lounge, Verse Telegram Lounge, guild.xyz/Verse, and I'll see you in the chats. All right, I'll see you next week for our usual Verse community call, and have a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye.